We all have those moments where we realize we messed up. Whether it's a super embarrassing moment or something that causes some upset, these things are bound to happen to the best of us, and especially to some celebrities. Some of their worst moments have been talked about for years and others not so much. So let's talk about the top 10 worst celebrity moments we all forgot about, part 2. At number 10, Harry Styles. Harry Styles is probably one of the most unproblematic celebrities out there. He's a wholesome, lovable guy who every mom would love for their child to bring home. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he isn't subject to having some unfortunate moments. One of Harry's worst moments came from back in 2014 while at the Brit Awards with One Direction. The band had won the Global Success Award, and as the group went up to accept their award, they noticed that Harry was MIA. Well, the show went on and the lads started accepting the award without Harry, at least until this happened.
Hey, are you talk?
I'm really sorry I was having a wee. The toilets are ages away. What did we win?
I thank the fans and everyone.
Harry ran up to the stage halfway through their acceptance, admitting that he was in the bathroom and was late getting back. It was embarrassing to admit, but probably not as embarrassing as being caught asking what they'd even won. Poor Harry must have been blushing a bit after that one. At number 9, Fergie. 2005 was a rough time for singer Fergie because she had a bit of an embarrassing scandal in the media that year. The Black Eyed Peas, the group that Fergie was a part of, was scheduled to perform at a concert in San Diego one evening, but they were running terribly behind due to traffic. By the time the group got to the venue, there was no time for them to do anything else but get on stage and start performing. This would turn out to be a very unfortunate setback for Fergie, because what people came to later discover is that Fergie really needed to use the washroom before getting up on stage. Since there was no time for that, she ignored Nature's call and started performing. Not too long into her performance, Nature called again, and this time the call was being answered whether she liked it or not. Soon enough, fans at the concert started to notice a growing dark stain on the front of Fergie's khaki shorts, as her bladder just couldn't hold it in anymore and she peed her pants. But hey, she kept performing, and that's what I call bravery and determination. Before we continue on with the video, please do consider leaving a like on it because your support really does mean a lot to us. At number 8, Ashley Simpson. This moment is often referred to as the worst moment in SNL history. Whether that's true or not is up to you, but I have to admit it's pretty bad. In 2004, Ashley Simpson was on SNL to perform a few of her songs to promote her album Autobiography. The first song she performed was her song Pieces of Me, and that performance went well, but the second song, not so much. As the band set up for the next song, the track for Pieces of Me started playing again with vocals, revealing that Ashley had been lip-syncing that whole time. Clearly embarrassed, Ashley froze for a second and then started doing an embarrassing jig before running off the stage as the show cut to commercial. Some say that her career never really recovered from that moment, but years later she offered an explanation as to why she was lip-syncing, saying that she had terrible acid reflux and her father was the one who suggested having a backing track. All in all, it was a very embarrassing moment, and it was career-altering as well. At number 7, John Travolta. In 2014, John Travolta created one heck of a meme. At the Oscars that year, Idina Menzel was supposed to perform Let It Go for the movie Frozen, and John Travolta was supposed to introduce her to the stage. Well, instead of introducing Idina, he instead welcomed someone named Adele Dazeem.
Let It Go from the Oscar-winning animated movie Frozen. Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
While it was embarrassing for both parties, as it created memes within minutes and was even the subject of a John Travolta name generator where it would scramble your name like Adele Dazeem, there was actually an explanation for the whole unfortunate mishap. According to John, Idina's name had been changed on the teleprompter at the last minute so that it was spelled phonetically. John hadn't rehearsed with the name spelt like that, and so it messed him up. And then Adele Dazeem was born. At number 6, Kelly Osbourne. During an episode of The View, Kelly Osbourne really messed up while she was trying to clap back at Donald Trump. Just shortly before that episode, Donald Trump, who was at the time a presidential nominee, was saying offensive things about the Latinx community and how he wanted to deport them. Remember all that jazz? Yeah. Well, in a very poor attempt at clapping back, Kelly said, quote, "If you kick every Latina out of this country, then who's going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?" Instead of defending the Latinx community like she set out to do, she ended up offending them even.
Not help. And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Even more, as her remarks were interpreted as saying that the Latinx community is only good for being housekeepers, like the offensive stereotype depicts. She later issued an apology saying, quote, "I want to start by saying I always take responsibility for my actions. In this particular case, I will take responsibility for my poor choice of words, but I will not apologize for being racist as I am not," end quote. Though it's forgotten about now, it was still one of Kelly's worst moments. At number 5, Sean Penn. At the 2015 Academy Awards, Sean Penn was announcing the award for Best Picture. Before reading the name of the winner, Alejandro G. Iñárritu, he made a joke that definitely did not land. Before announcing Alejandro as the winner, Sean joked saying, quote, "Who gave this son of a bitch his green card?" Ugh.
Who gave this son of a bitch his green card? Birdman!
Sean's joke was seen as highly offensive and racist, as one person online explained, quote, "The struggles people endure for immigration justice are not punchlines." As Alejandro is Mexican, this joke was definitely uncalled for and inappropriate. Some defended Sean, saying that he only made the joke because they'd been friends for about a decade, but others made the argument that, quote, "A director of color can't accept an Oscar without being the butt of a racist joke." The award show was supposed to be a scandal-free evening, but instead news outlets took to broadcasting Sean's offensive remark, making this one of his worst moments. At number 4, Sacha Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen is known for his wild characters. From Bruno to Borat, he seems to live most of his life in character, and this was seemingly no exception at the Academy Awards in 2012. Sacha walked the red carpet in character as Admiral General Shahbaz Aladdin from his film The Dictator, and along with being accompanied by 2 bodyguards, he had a prop with him, a golden urn filled with the ashes of North Korean Premier Kim Jong-il. While walking the red carpet, he stopped to be interviewed by Ryan Seacrest, and then...
The interesting thing is it's actually made by South Korea. No, sorry. You've got Kim Jong.
Sacha dumped the ashes on Ryan, ruining his suit and causing a scene. Weeks later, we found out that Sacha's original target was George Clooney, but since it was a big night for him, they skipped Clooney and the unfortunate prank landed on Ryan instead. After that, Ryan purposely steered clear of Sacha, refusing to interview him, and the Academy has since been vigilant of Sacha's stunts, though they haven't really been able to stop them ever since. At number 3, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is known for being a little out there with her music and performances. She likes to take creative liberties, but her 2012 Grammys performance may have gone a little bit too far. The night was seemingly dedicated to promoting her new song, Roman Holiday, as she filled her night with references to Catholicism. First, she walked the red carpet accompanied by someone portraying the Pope, but this all came to a head during her performance, where she depicted a mock confessional and exorcism and danced alongside people dressed as altar boys and monks. Nicki's performance was deemed controversial as it really angered the Catholic League. The league's president had a lot to say about the performance, calling it vulgar and questioning how the performance got approved, and saying, quote, "Whether Minaj is possessed is surely an open question, but what is not in doubt is the irresponsibility of the Recording Academy. Never would they allow an artist to insult Judaism or Islam," end quote. Nicki had said that this was part of a character that she had been writing a story for, as he would play a significant role in her music to come, but judging by the fact that she so deeply offended the Catholic League, I'd say that it was one of her worst moments. At number 2, Shia LaBeouf. In 2013, Shia LaBeouf was caught in a scandal after he plagiarized a graphic novel by Daniel Clowes in his short film HowardCantor.com. The short film debuted at the Cannes Film Festival in 2012, but after it was posted online in 2013, fans realized that the plot was almost entirely taken from a graphic novel. Well, after being caught, he apologized, and you would have thought that he'd learned his lesson getting caught plagiarizing, but no. Instead, he was caught plagiarizing again in his own apology. Shia's apology said, quote, "Merely copying isn't particularly creative work, though it's useful as training practice. Being inspired by someone else's idea to produce something new and different is creative work, and it may even revolutionize the stolen concept," end quote. Someone noticed that this seemed a little familiar, and so after some digging, it was discovered that this apology was essentially copy and pasted from a Yahoo Answers reply to the question, "Why did Picasso say good artists copy but great artists steal?" He obviously didn't learn his lesson the first time, so this is arguably one of his worst moments. And finally at number 1, Kanye West. Kanye West is an outspoken dude. No matter the circumstance or setting, Kanye would do whatever he wants when he feels like it. One example of this has to come from his commentary on the situation in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana back in 2005. After the tragic storm passed through the area, celebrities were gathered to do a televised fundraiser to help those affected. Teleprompters were set up for the stars to read statements and encourage people to donate, but Kanye decided to ad-lib a bit, and he had some thoughts on the situation.
Too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation, so now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give.
Kanye went on a tangent about how he feels for the people affected, especially the black families struggling to stay safe and fed, saying that he wanted to donate as much as he could to the cause. He went on for a while, and after he passed it back to Mike Myers, who he was presenting with, Kanye took the intention back and then said the infamous line,
"Remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all."
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
They immediately cut the broadcast from them and went over to someone else, and Kanye's remarks were made famous, but probably not in the best way. Either way, it was one of his worst moments. Now, I want to know about any more bad celebrity moments down in the comments. I'm sure there are tons, but in the meantime, let's get to some comment shoutouts from our video of the top 10 celebrities Hollywood won't hire in 2021. Nikhil Prasad says, Amber Heard should get fired permanently from Hollywood because she lied to the authorities about Johnny Depp abusing her. I completely agree. I feel like, you know, she came out on top somehow, and like that's definitely not okay because Johnny's really getting the brunt of it and it's just not fair. Carly Charlesworth says, love what you said, Brie, about people all being beautiful in their own way. That's something I wholeheartedly believe in too. Nice one, Brie. Thank you, but again, I wholeheartedly believe that too. Everybody is beautiful in every sense of the word. Everyone is unique and awesome and just wonderful, and if you have dreams, go chase them. Doesn't matter. Do it. Unless it's illegal, then don't do it. P. Monica says, Vanessa Hudgens may not find a lot of work this year, which is terrible, but inevitable? This comment wins. It's just so good. I had to shout it out. It's amazing. Sense of humor, chef's kiss. Love it. Beezer says, Workaholics is a hilarious show, but Chris took his character too seriously. For sure, 100%. He didn't have to do that. Really didn't, but he did it anyway, and that is not okay. Guys, learn from these people. Do not do this. You will get caught and you will go to jail or consequences, period. Guys, can we not? Thanks so much for all your comments, guys, and for sticking around to the end of the video. I've been your host, Brie Room, and until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, and remember that I love you guys.